Hello everyone. A question was asked about how to rotate a joint setup once IK has been applied to it. So I thought I'd put together this short video to showcase how this is done. So what we saw in class was simply applying inverse kinematics to a joint and controlling the IK handle by going to the outliner and picking it up from that area. A more common workflow requires that you create extra geometry around the joint structure that you're creating, and then use that geometry as your helper. So that's what we're about to do. As you can see, I have a very straightforward setup here with 3 joints. I really don't need these 2 joints right now. I'm just simply going to focus on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply an IK setup to this one. So I'll go skeleton, create IK handle, and I'm going to go to its properties. I want to make sure that I am under rotate plane solver, which is what I want. I want to make sure that I am actually applying it in the proper format, and we're done. So now I have my IK handle on the outliner, and if I switch my tool to the move tool, you'll see that the joint is basically moving. Now the question is, this is moving back. What if I want to make it move down? How would I go about doing that? I would have to rotate my IK handle. But if I go to my IK handle and I select it and use my rotate tool, you'll notice that the rotation has been applied. Take a look at the value here for X. I rotate it, then I press W to move, nothing happens. So what's going on? Let me go back and keep the IK handle as is. And then I am going to create a curve, circle. I am just going to create a circle, click on it, and there's my circle at the origin. I want to snap that circle to the front where the IK is. So I'm going to eyeball this as best as I can till I get close enough to it that I can actually use my snap tools. So with it close enough to it, what I want to do now is I'm going to focus on it. And I want to snap to that point. To do that, I'm simply going to use my V shortcut, my V as in Victor, on my keyboard. Then I'm going to snap to that. Basically, all I really need is to snap my pivot point to that point. I should actually create a shape that resembles a hand and place it where the hand would be if this was to be an arm. And so I'm going to move it forward slightly. Then I'm going to go into my modify pivot format, which is my insert key on the PC or the home key on the Mac. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to snap to point this time. I'm going to snap to that point, and you'll notice that that pivot is right at that place where the center of that joint is. So with that done, I'm going to hit insert again, and I'm going to deselect my snap to point. And that will become my handle for where the hand would be in that joint. And all I have to do now is make my IK handle a child of that NURBS circle. So if I do that by simply dragging it in the outliner, and I control everything now through the circle, I am getting the same motion as I was by simply using the IK handle. However, the advantage with this setup is that I can now go ahead and not only move my object, but I can also rotate it. And along with the rotation will go the rotation of the joint. And so I can key this motion through time by basically using this as a controller, that circle as a controller for the IK joint. You can also do this not by making it a child, but you can also create a point or a parent constraint between the IK handle and that NURBS circle. Hope this answers that question.